All right. Well, welcome back, everyone. I'm Nicole. I'm here with my horse, Greer. We're going to be doing some training today. And I've also got Brandon on Zoom with me. How are you doing, Brandon?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
Well, it looks to me like I was just watching Greer waiting for you to come out of the office there, and she just stepped back a few steps and watched intently, and that was it. So what did you do to get her to do that?
Yeah, I've just been leaving her at the rail for a couple hours on end. I'll just put the bit in her mouth and let her stand. But yeah, she's doing really well today. She's being very quiet. Yesterday she was a little fussy. I think she just gets bored standing there, but yeah, she's doing good.
Good. Yeah, because we've watched that the last few weeks and noticed that when she doesn't expect something, she reacts a little bit too much. So doing that, keeping her up short and then working around there just like you've been doing this last week is perfect. And at the same time, you might as well stick a bit in her mouth, make her nice and comfortable. Right. And if she does get a little fussy, kind of that's tough. She's got to learn to stand. And so you can accomplish a lot of things just by doing what we had you do this last week. So very good. That her reaction was much, much better. I like that. How is she with the bit?
She's doing really well. I think yesterday when I put the bridle on her, she was biting at it just a little bit at first, and then the next couple hours she was just holding it quietly. So good. She's doing a lot better with it.
Good. Yeah, it just takes time. You don't want to overdo it initially. You want to just be able to have some acclimation to it, because it is completely foreign to them. So getting them to, just put it in their mouth, keeping that tongue under it, and that's really the goal. It's really the only goal, is to get them to get used to it with their tongue under it. And once they do that, then you can start adding the time to it so that they get nice and quiet. So that's very good. Mm-hmm. We like it. So what else did you do with her this last week while we were away?
I did some more with the tarp, specifically pulling it over her head. She's still pretty fussy about me, like, playing with her ears or putting my hand on top of her head. She doesn't like that. So I just pulled the tarp over her head like a million times to try and get her to do it quietly. Lots of rewards when she did it well. But yeah, did more with the tarp, did a little bit of round pen stuff. I kept that pretty short, but yeah, she's been doing pretty well. We're making progress.
Good. Well, do you think we really need to go into the round corral and do a few rounds, or can we just start without that?
I think we can start without it.
Good. Yeah, I would suspect so. So let's go ahead and take her to the corral, and then that way we can kind of control her, let her move off if she wants, but hold her, and let's just start sacking her with the tarp really quick, something nice and noisy, and then from there we'll move to a saddle blanket, and then that way it's kind of the opposite of what we were doing before. Before we started with something nice and soft and quiet, kind of a light saddle blanket, and then move to the noisy tarp. Now we're going to kind of do the opposite, because we're going to then move from that saddle blanket to the saddle itself. And that'll be kind of our goal today, is to get as much sacking with that saddle as possible. So we're going to have to move the camera or change the picture a little bit so that we can watch that happen.
Right. The camera's still off.
We are right, getting it almost centered on the corral.
Okay.
So we're good. Okay. Once we get it on the corral itself, or the corral in the center of the picture, we're gonna be spot on where we need to be.
Don't like that. That.
There we go. I like that. That's close enough. Are you
Thank
doing that from
whoever's moving the camera?
I was saying, you're not doing that from your
That's
phone,
not
are you?
No, I wish.
Well, thank you to the camera operator. So as kind of a test, what I would do, let's put her lead on, and then as a test, just kind of flop that thing right up over her back. Make a really wild, outlandish flopping of that thing, and see how she reacts, kind of unexpectedly. There we go. We like that.
Yeah.
Good test.
Good girl.
So you can do that. You can kind of up the ante a little bit. We know she's been sacked a bunch with that. And so then you just do it unexpectedly. Just see how bad she's going to be. And she's being very nice. Just standing there. Yeah, she knows exactly what that thing is about. And then go ahead and pull it over her ears a few times. Pull it over her head. Because we want to make sure that lesson is well learned, and she doesn't give a hoot what happens to her. Here we go.
Okay. Thank you. Back over. There you go. You're a good girl. Oh, good. Good job.
Good. Very good. Better. And I like how you're moving that up her neck a little bit, too. That's good. Just start right there so it's not as big a movement, but yeah, she still wants to throw that head in the air. We don't want that.
Yeah. Yeah, good job. Over your head. Good. That was very good. Good job.
Better. Nice. Good. And I don't blame her for not wanting to have her head completely covered so she can't see. But if she can do that, then you've built in a really nice trust factor there when she can accept that and know that nothing bad is going to happen to her. You're going to take care of her. And she can just stand there and not be able to see anything, but know that you're right there. So we'll get to there. It'll come. We'll just keep doing more of what we're doing here.
There you go.
Very good. Better. Much better.
Good job. Good job. Nope. Head down.
So when she starts to, there we go. When she starts to lift her head up as you're pulling, stop pulling and put it back behind her head a little bit, and just kind of will slowly work that up. And when she starts to get a little too much, what she feels is too much pressure, then we'll back that off. But we'll continue to, it'll come over her head. We'll just not quite do it quite as fast. There you go. Now come back.
Okay.
There we go.
Good.
Nice. Yep. And just work it keep working back and forth like that. If she raises her head, hold it, or then take it back away from her ears so that she just gets used to it. There we go. And hopefully she can pull that head back down a little bit or drop it down as she relaxes. There we go. That's better. Praise her for that.
Good girl. Really good job.
Much better. And then just keep getting a little bit more and a little bit more each time until you can just let it fall off of the front of her face with her head down, nice and relaxed. And she doesn't fight you. There we go. You're doing it. You're doing the right thing. See how she's getting a little bit less movement in her head? Still right there. She got some very good. Good job. Good. Just keep controlling that head. That's all right. Not a problem. Good. Pushing that body back around. Controlling her every movement. Her hind leg is caught. She knows that nothing's going to happen. She's just wanting to basically assert herself a little bit. She's relaxed on that hind end. Overall, she's relaxed. She just doesn't want to have that over her face and think that she needs to accept that. She's wrong. And this right here is something that is all mental. If she accepts this, because you're really not doing anything to her. You're not putting her in any kind of danger. We're not doing anything that would be super abnormal except just having this. I mean, you're not asking her to move a lot, turn a lot, change anything that she's doing, or put any kind of tack or anything on her. You're just asking to put some cover on that neck and head and pull it off. That's it. And once you do that and she trusts you, then you're going to have a really good sound start with that brain and that mental that trust that comes with that. And a lot of times, if you take your time here, get all of this groundwork really, really solid, then at the end of all of that, the rest of the training goes much easier because they've learned to trust you already. They're bonding with you.
Yeah.
And in the end of it, it's all about getting them to do what you want and not have any kind of a fuss or muss about it, and that there's no fear, nothing's fear-based, but they are listening to you and complying with whatever you ask. And geez, that's what horsemanship's about, doing that and get the best work out of them with as light and subtle of movement and cue as you possibly can. Very good.
Yep.
There we go. Praise her for that when she drops that head down.
Yeah. Oh, good girl. Good job. Back and forth.
Very good. Very good.
Girl.
Getting better.
Look over.
Nice. Now she's wanting to turn that body because she's like, nah, I'm not still sure about this. And that's all right. It's just a good indication that the anxiety level's coming up just a little bit and she wants to do something. And she's not dancing around. She's just stepping around, which is just fine. It's good of you to put her right back where she needs to be so she can understand that, nope, this is the new program. This is what we do. There we go.
Good girl.
As you're doing that, and you want to give her a little, oh, nice drop. Now pull that thing forward. Just see if she'll accept that coming off of her head now. Just pull it all the way off, all the way forward. Very good. That's okay. That's not bad. That's better than it was. She picked her head up, but she allowed you to pull that off a lot. So that's very good. And then as you put that back on her, well, let's give her something a little bit. Yeah, do that a couple of times, and then we'll give her something a little bit different to think about, and that is letting you put your hands up there between her ears, up on her poll, and she needs to be able to accept that as well, and not move off, not throw her head around, not lift her head, not try to turn her head from you. Just stand there and allow you to do that, because that's what you got to do. That's what you're asking. She needs to comply. There we go. Good.
Okay.
Oh, I like that. Wind's blowing that around. Very good. And she's really, her feet are great. You can rub her belly. You can touch her about anywhere except right there on that head. And just keep that hand poised on her head. Make constant contact. Make her bring her head to you. See how she's turning her head away? She's telling you no, so bring that head. You might have to get a little bit closer on your lead rope to her, because your hand is stretched down where you can't really do much with her. There you go, like that. You're getting some headway, but you're still not really good control. There you go. That's better.
Good.
Pull her head down and then release the pressure when she drops. There you go. Good. Yes, that's better. Talk to her. Praise her for that. Very good. Very good. That's what we want.
Good girl.
And then keep doing that consistently. And what that will do, that will also help with your tarp work, that she has to keep that head still and dropped, whether your hand's on her or the tarp's on her. Sometimes working back and forth between the two is just enough of a distraction, but she's still doing the same thing. She's still doing what you're asking her to do. And it's just another way of asking it. So that's kind of broadens her depth of understanding a little bit for this lesson.
Good. Girl.
Very good. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, that's right. Good. Now, can you kind of touch the base of her ears? Or are we still a little touchy there? Kind of put your hand and fingers around kind of grasp the base of her ear without her doing anything. There you go. Yeah. Just kind of work it. Good. She rolled away. There you go. Just keep your hand up there until she resists or quits resisting. There you go. Rub it a little more and then let go. Very good.
Girl.
Very good.
Good girl.
Good.
Put your ear.
You should be able to get your fingers right there inside of her ear and just kind of pull that out, because you never know when you got any kind of an injury, or you get mites that start biting in their ears and you need to put a little something in there. Mm-hmm. You want to be able to do that easily. And then the other thing is more of a practical matter. When you put the bridle on, if she feels that ear being played with and she throws her head in the air, it's not really controlled putting that bridle on. So you want to be able to slip that on there. She stands there nice and quiet and accepts that, with her ears folded down or back, or with you, just touching them to put that bridle piece over the top of her ears and around her pole or over her pole. Very good. And yeah, what you do to one side, do to the other. Look at her chew. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're getting there.
Good job.
Good. Good. Can you, there, I was just asking if you could put a little bit of pressure and get her to drop her head. So, very good. Yeah. There you go. There we go. Good. Better.
There you go.
I like that you're doing that, and she's just ignoring that tarp. Very good. Oh, now then she's right back to trying it again. Good. Very good. All right, now let's grab that tarp when you get a chance, when you feel good about that, and then we'll just start pulling that over her head a few times more, and then we'll move on.
Okay. There you go. Good girl.
Good.
Oh.
Very good.
Good girl. No biting it.
She's taking her frustrations out on it.
That's good. Thank you.
Good. Good job of correcting her. Making her stand right back where you were.
Oh, good girl. Get back over. Thank you.
Good job. And kind of the same thing there. She can see out of one eye. You kind of pull out over the other. Halfway on her face, just getting her used to that, and making sure that when she quits bobbing her head around and moving her head and trying to get out away from it, then you can go ahead and pull it off.
Okay.
She'll be rewarded when she stops doing that. And you've got a lot of lead there. There you go. Take that lead back up. Good job. That's better.
Very good. Yeah, you're down.
If she moves around a little bit when you're doing this, that's okay, as long as she stops moving her head and dropping her head down, because you've only got so many hands. It's just a matter of staying with her.
Very good. Very good. Good job.
There we go. Good. Much better.
Back over.
Much better. And you'll just keep making that thing wider and wider as she gets more and more consistent with standing there and allowing you to do that. Then just do more and more. Oh, very good. That's better. That's better.
Good. Get back over.
Better. Good.
Back up. Nope. Back up. Get back over. Good girl.
There you go. I like that. Go ahead and kind of put it on the front of her face, below her eyes, and in front of her nose, and see how she reacts to that.
Okay. We'll use that right there. That's good.
There we go. Not really of an issue there. It's about, oh, there she's kind of nosing it a little bit. More about over her eyes. There you go. And then take it on up a little bit over her eyes and then let it pull it down when she stands. There we go. Just keep working it that direction. Pull her head back. Don't let her walk away. There you go. She's dismissing you when she does that. Bring her back. Good. Very good. Yeah, don't let her walk away from you. Look at how she's she's scratching and itching and trying to avoid what's
Right.
asked of her. There we go. Very good.
There you go. Good job.
Better. Yeah. Do a lot of work on that this coming week, as much as you can. I see she's still turning her head away from me, is ignoring you. She's bobbing her nose. Doesn't like it. She's going to just have to get used to it. Better.
No
Better.
biting.
Good.
Good. Good job. There.
She's moving everywhere, but right in the center where she needs to be. There we go. Very good. All right. So you got some stuff to work on there. Let's put that saddle or that tarp away. Unless you want to just throw it up or below her or behind her legs, underneath of her front legs, underneath of her. Just one little quick sack around the block there. Just as there we go. Just as there. It kind of seems like when you throw that up over her back, then she's the anxiousness about her doing something on her head. She wants to move around, so we're putting a lot of pressure on her, but she's getting used to it. And then when you go away from that, notice how she'll stand still. Very good. It's just a matter of her accepting, and then once she is not threatened so much, and it's not really a threat, it's just that she doesn't care for it. And so once it's something she doesn't mind so much, she quiets right down. And so we got to just work on that until she's just exactly like she is on her head as she is like right now with sacking her body and her legs. There's really no issues there that I see. She's pretty darn relaxed. Looks good. All right. So let's go ahead now. Let's go to that saddle blanket, and this won't take much. We'll rub it on her a little bit and flop it on her back and let her smell it. And then we'll do the same thing with the saddle. And then don't put the saddle blanket on her, but let's take the saddle and just kind of introduce her to it. And by that, what we'll do is have you walk in there, grab the lead just exactly the same way you did with the tarp to very begin with. And that is have her walk towards it. So you can step backwards with that saddle in your hand and have her come with it and then let her smell it.
Sorry, did you say you just wanted the saddle pad for now?
Yeah, let's just do the saddle pad just to kind of change it up a little bit and let her smell it. And then we'll just kind of throw it up on her because, we're going to do the two of those. And I don't anticipate there's any issue here at all. It's just kind of changing what we're doing a little bit from a big, scary tarp that's not so scary anymore to something that she's already wanting to smell and see what this is.
Yeah, and I've tossed the saddle on her a couple times.
Oh, okay, good.
Nothing too crazy. I was just trying to see if it would fit her, but
okay.
Yeah, she didn't have any problem with it.
Excellent. Well, we'll do some other things with it here. So you got a good start to that. So flop that on her a few times.
You're a good girl.
Good. Yep. Didn't anticipate any issues there at all.
Okay.
Now that's a little stiffer, and it doesn't fall on her sides like the tarp does because it's shorter and it's a little stiffer. So as you do that, go ahead and do that right near her rump over her tail.
Okay.
There we go. There she's relaxing. Very good. Very good. Now flop that up on her neck, and we'll see if we can get that to come forward over her head. There you go. Good. You got it a little tighter. Good.
Good girl. Good job.
Nice. Much better. Figured she might be able to see a little bit. It doesn't mind or appear to bother her so much that she doesn't mind that it's going to come over her face as long as she can still see some. So you're making some more headway there. And it's something that's just it's much more weighty than the tarp. So it's a different feel. Oh, there we go. We like that. Dropping that head down. Like it a lot. Very good. Very good. And same thing there. Yeah. On that other side or on your off side, then you can kind of work that over her head, on her back, down her rump. Very good. Like it.
Get back over. Good girl.
And can you bang that on her belly a time or two also? Does that bother her?
Nope, she seems okay with it.
Good. I like that too. She picked up her back line a little bit in anticipation of having to endure that horrible treatment. Learning is tough.
Right.
She's tipping her nose towards you a little bit now. She's watching it. All good. There she's away. Very good. Did you drop a... Oh, it looks like a shim or something come out of there. It hit the ground. Okay. Yeah, just do one more good bump on her rear end and let it come follow down off of her hind legs. And I think we'll probably call that good and then work right to the saddle.
That's over. Go on this way. Nope. Back over. Yep. Yeah, good job.
Good. Very good. Yeah, I like that. Good. All right, let's grab that saddle and then do the same thing. Show me what you did with it. You introduced her to it, I'm sure. And then put it up on her back. Make sure the tack is off so you don't have a cinch or anything flopping around too much. And breast collar makes it so much more easier for you to manage, and it's lighter, and it doesn't kind of smack her where we don't want it to.
Right. Yeah, this guy doesn't even have stirrups on it, so
perfect.
There's not much walking around. Good.
Very good. I've got one like that that's got stirrups on it, but they're very light, and it's really not rideable anymore. Mm-hmm. It's just so old and it's been used as a training saddle, so I would never even get up on it. But that's perfect for what we do. We're doing that a lot. So yeah, so go ahead and flop that up on her after you've introduced her. Look at her. She's really curious about it. Good. That's good. Really sniffing it.
Very good girl. Yeah, good. Good job.
Very good. And then just move it, shake it back and forth. More of the same. Do about a dozen on one side. Yes, kind of shake it, work it back, and let it fall kind of off of her rump. Just kind of let it slide off and hold on to it. All the way back. All the way back.
Girl.
Very good. Keep going. Good. Very good.
Okay. Yeah, good girl. Good job.
Very good. I like it, Kyle. You're bringing it down her leg. That's good. Do you mind if that saddle hits the ground, Nicole?
It probably shouldn't.
Okay, because a lot of times that's what I'm. Yeah, and I use my saddles for that, where I'm, it's just for that. That's why I ask, because I like to just push it off to the side, and push it off the hind end, let it hit the ground, and let it fall off to the side. What you could do is go ahead and grab. Looks like you got a latigo there on the side, or a billet of some sort.
Yeah.
Can you kind of just push it off to the side, but hang on to it so you can drag it back up off, kind of like you're going to push it over onto the off side. So if you grab it by the latigo and then just push it, pick it up and push it, let it fall off or offside and then pull it back up.
For sure.
Is that just hanging on her side and feeling a little weird, a little pressure on it? There you go. Just like that. Bring it back up. Yeah. Good. Let her smell it. That's fine. And good. Very good. Now we'll just keep doing that and keep her from moving. And you kind of do that on her hind end as well. Work it back a little bit. Very good. Yeah. Good. Give her a chance to smell it, sniff it, and see what's going on. That's okay.
Okay.
That's one time because she's going to wonder what it is. Yep, it's okay. It's all right. She'll do it again. There you go.
Okay. Oh. What is that? No baby.
And she doesn't need to eat it, but just smelling it, knowing what it is just fine. Very good. Very good. Same thing. A little further over. There you go.
Okay.
So take a little exception with it. Okay. And you can always pull it up on her withers and up on her neck a little bit too.
Okay.
And bring it forward. There you go. Bring it forward. You can shake it a little bit.
Don't eat it.
Yeah, she's chewing it. That's a no-no. But let her, if she wants to smell it. But she's taking a lot more time to smell that thing. I think she's trying to plot against it. Figuring out a game plan to get rid of it.
Good job.
There we go. That's better. Good. And then one more time, and then go to the other side and do the same.
Good girl.
Good. Good. Her head's up a little bit. She's like, yeah, I'm not sure I like this, but that's going to be tough.
Get back over.
So there you go. Yeah, pull it off and then pick it all the way on there. And I would anticipate she's going to be a little bit sassy on that side.
Yeah, she doesn't like this side.
Yep. So that's all the more reason to work it even more. Make it so she's more accepting. Yeah. And this is why I like to start on the side that they are least likely to fight you, because that's just an introduction, right? You're going to do the other side too, but it kind of helps them to get ready for prepping that other side. And it's not like you can just do one side and not the other and then expect the other side to be easily mastered like where you're starting, because their little minds don't work like that. You need to work each side of that brain.
Good.
There we go. That's better. Sniffing that side, checking it out. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that at all. And kind of shaking it back and forth. You give it a really good shake. Really, really good and fast. Shake, shake, shake. There you go. Better. There you go. Rubbing that thing on her. There we go. That's better. She's not trying to run away from that. She's trying to look at it, but that's all right. She can look. Very good. That's better. Kind of off of her rump if you can. There. Yes. Yes. Good. Very good. Yep. More of the same. And this is nothing more than desensitization again. A lot more weight. That saddle weighs something and it's stiff. You know, when you twist and shake and turn it, it puts pressure in different spots than, you know, with a tarp or a pad. It just is kind of there. Well, this has got a little more rigidity to it so that it makes lots of points of contact in different spots. And that's kind of what we're looking to do, to kind of over exaggerate that, because a saddle, when they're riding it, does exactly the same thing. As they move, they'll feel it move in different spots and different areas of that saddle. So this is all we're prepping and that and just putting it on. So we'll give this another couple of minutes. She's doing actually pretty well on this side. For not wanting it to be there, she's not doing bad at all. Very good.
Right, yeah.
Good.
Good girl.
Yeah, don't let her move. She can look, but she can't move. Very good. 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 And that's put a lot of pressure on her side, so that's good. It's not a lot, but it's a whole lot more than what she's used to. And her not moving away from that so much is pretty darn good. She does want to fidget. She wants to move a little from it, but that's all right. She'll get there. Pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Yeah, she's watching it, but that's what we want her to do too. We want her to watch, pay attention, but not walk off. Very good. Not bad at all. Good. Very good correction. Make her stand where you want. Good job. Good. Nice and loud movements. Now she might be asking you how she can make it so you'll not do that anymore. Starting the bargaining process. All right. Go ahead and peel that, slide that down her butt and all the way off. And let's work on a little bit of prepping her to put a cinch on her. And if you can continue to do this week, more and more where she just stands there, absolutely still, doesn't move a foot, then we're going to be ready to cinch her up next week.
Sweet.
And so let's go ahead and, let's put your saddle aside and then go back to, remember how we were putting the rope around her girth and around her belly and lifting up and putting some pressure on that? Let's do some of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's just going to simulate that cinch going on there next.
Good. Good.
Good. Yep, just don't let her move. Good.
Good. There you go. Good.
There you go. Good. Put some pressure on her. If she starts to move, keep the pressure on her. And that's again one of those, if she starts to move, take the pressure off, but then work through that. And then once you've got pressure on and she moves, keep it on until she stops. And I know it's doing the opposite thing twice there. She's kind of kicking up at it, but it's a matter of getting her used to it slowly. And then when she gives mentally, then you can put more pressure on it, but you got to hold that pressure until she gives you the desired behavior, and then you can take that pressure away. And there's a fine line there between doing too much too early and then not enough too late.
There
we go.
You're a good girl.
Now go ahead and lift it pretty high. See if you can pick up and put some significant pressure on that. There you go, without her moving off. There we go. Not bad. And I don't think you guys don't use a lot of back cinches over there, do you?
We don't, no.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll work on this. And we'll do if you've got one over there, we'll rig it up later because you definitely want to be able to train her to do anything that's going to come up. There we go.
Right. Yeah.
Looking. She doesn't exactly like that. Yep. She's going to kick her belly. So go ahead and keep that pressure there until she stops. Don't let her get her foot over it. It's all right. She can handle that. Good.
Yeah, okay.
You're doing just about the right thing. You're sticking with her. And when she stops and quits this nonsense, then you can stop. Or you can relieve the pressure. There we go. There we go. When she relaxes, take the pressure off.
Don't fight it.
She's trying to get rid of it. There we go. Try to get her, not to move, but notice how she's flipping that tail a little bit, kicking at it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right.
Good.
You're doing just enough that it's making her there. She's going to have to stop. And when she does, there, she actually relaxed her leg before you release the pressure. So she knows what to do. So let's work on some more of that this week as well, because we definitely would really want to get that saddle on her and snug that cinch down, and we got to have her prepped for this. She's on her girth. She's doing pretty well. This is mainly on that back towards her flank and the belly. She's just not used to having that much there. So it's okay. We just want to work on that some more. Let's give her one more shot on this side and see what she does. See if we can go further back on that, lifting that up, and see if she kind of kicks at that or allows that to happen without any complaining.
Good girl.
Yeah, see, that's a little bit on that offside, so she's just kind of throwing a fit. So go ahead and lift that up a little bit. Pick it up a little harder. See how she relaxes. There we go.
None of that. Here.
Still need some more work there. There we go. There you go. You're working your way over there. Okay. Doing all right? Yeah, let's move it. Now let's move it back again. A little pressure to where she almost is going to move, but doesn't. And then release the pressure. There we go. Good. Very good. Go ahead and stick with her. Release the pressure just a little bit, but still have it on. Or it's just touching her, but yeah, she's just throwing a little fit. Oh, having a little fitty fit. Okay, yeah, do it again. There you go. Work your way back. Very good. Very good. And she's just going to have to learn that that's not going to be something that's going to be anything to worry about. Good. So one more little bit of pressure. It looks like a Zoom cut out. I just got a text from Nicole. That's what she was texting me about.